Wow, that's wild, and things are going to get a little wild in the barrel racing too, Melissa, as we look down through the list of talent there. Of course, Fallon Taylor, we talked about her. Mary Walker, the the former world champion, and Mary Berger, the 67-year-old former world champion, who's #1 in the world now. But, you know, you got to look at Ivy Conrado, Cassidy Cruz. I mean, there's some great talent all the way through.
There are going to be some great competitors. We've got one Canadian, Julie Leggett, that will be representing Canada here today, and she looks so relaxed in the warm-up pen.
Yeah, she's got a lot of talent around her, I imagine. There's a good look at Fallon Taylor. You know, she's such a great story anywhere you want to start. She went to the Wrangler National Finals. I think she was 12 years old when she competed down there, and she actually rode Baby Flo's mother and father at the Wrangler National Finals in those early days. So, you know, her story is something else.
It is. She was 7 years old when she saw her first rodeo. They used to live in Florida, and after that, she said, this is what I want to do. Her mom and dad moved her to Texas, and they started their horse breeding and training business. It's such a success. And Fallon, you know, she's a little under the weather. She's been pretty sick the last day, taken care of this morning, and still a positive attitude and talking all those secret words to Baby Flo as they're going to head in here and get things started at Calgary Stampede.
You know what impressed me too, before she won her world title on Baby Flo, she went back and watched all her film from the Wrangler National Finals, and she changed her style completely the way she rode. I mean, she broke it down in film.
You have to with this mare. She's so scattery and so quick. If you get behind on her, you're in trouble. But Fallon is looking amazing. Slip on Baby Flo. Slip on Baby Flo there. Didn't hold her. She's gonna just go right out the gate there to make sure that she's doing all right. There's no sense. She's grateful that she's all right. Her #1 priority is the health of that mare. She's coming into the second barrel. You can see Baby Flo just right underneath that hind end. Twists a little bit. She's gonna have her equine therapist have a look at her and make sure that she'll be good to run tomorrow.
Yeah, a little slip on that second barrel, and that run was really setting up to be fast. Oh my goodness, that's just so heartbreaking. And like Cody and I have talked, though, it's the money that you win in your pool, so she'll be back 3 more times for a great chance as we get ready for the lone Canadian. This would be Julie Leggett riding in.
It's Vanessa here that we're seeing. That's her daughter. She's a great barrel racer herself. And here's Julie Leggett. She's on ice. FDI Cash to Burn is his registered name. Going to that right barrel first. You have the choice of going to the right or the left. And she talks about this horse. He's so easy to ride and smooth. Her #1 main mount. Look at, she rides just like a jockey when she gets forward in that saddle. She used to be a competitive jockey back in her university days.
Well, she did a great job jockeying ice out of the arena. She's going to set the pace. And you tell me, because you run barrels, when you see a gal in front of you slip, what does that do to you mentally? Because, you know, obviously you don't know how your horse is going to handle it.
Yeah, ground is part of the game, and you have to, every horse handles the ground differently, just like tennis players when it's grass or it's clay or court. So you have to stick to your game plan. Obviously, you want to take it into account and make sure you ride your horse accordingly.
Well, I think we have an 18:03.6 for Julie Leggett unofficially. That's what I'm seeing come up on our board. So let's get ready for the 67-year-old world champion. This is Mary Berger from Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. She won the world in 2006, and I believe her horse then was a horse she called Fred, or Rare Fred. Now she's got a good one under her belt, and she has had just a phenomenal year, #1 in the world right now. Yeah,
this is Mo, Sadie's famous last words, and he was bronky in the warm-up this morning. Let's see, she's gonna set off the pace, 17:46.
17:46, that's a very good pace. And how easy did she make that look? He looked like he just loped through that pattern.
She's phenomenal, how she can just sit in the middle of that saddle, especially this morning. He was bucking on her as she was heading into the first and the third barrel, and she just.
Well, she's been a great trainer, and she's trained horses her whole life. I think it'd be a big mistake to buck under her. Wow. Let's go to Taylor Jacob.
And she's on Tink, not her main mount, Bo. He's out with an injury from Pinoca when he pulled his shoe. This Firewater Rocks is the registered name of this mare, and having some trouble darting past second barrel. She'll be long, but a clean run for Taylor, and see where she ranks.
So Taylor eases out. We go to the electric clock to see her time. 17. Oh, wait. 17:46. That's, of course, Mary Berger's time. That's the one they're after. 18:42, I believe. 18:42 for Taylor Jacobs. So that's going to put her in third place. And that shows you what kind of run Mary Berger put together, because that really wasn't that bad a run. Let's go to Megan Swint now. Plant City, Florida. You talk about a long ways from home to get to the Calgary Stampede. 21st in the world standings, so she's much like Fallon Taylor. I think they're checking the timer out, trying to get it. That's the electric eye. They also use a backup flagger just in case the eyes quit. And I'm not so sure, do they have two electric eyes out there stacked?
I can only see the one
I think
from
there is
here,
just the
so
one.
I can't.
You're right. Well, let's go back to Megan Swint. 21st in the world. So, you know, money, all the money she wins here, half the 100,000 plus everything they win in the go-rounds, they count towards world standings. So this is a huge chance for Megan.
Big opportunity. She qualified through the WPRA Tour standings. She's on a borrowed horse. This is PC Frostbite Leo, owned by Danielle Calder. He's a rope horse, 18 years old, this chestnut gelding, and he's handling things perfectly fine. The
Pretty
energy,
good.
his first time here at Calgary, and that ground.
So Frostbite, he looks a little lost running out of the arena, but that's all right. Looking at her time, 18.58, 18:58 for Megan Swint. That's in fourth place now. That should bring us to Ivy Conrado. There is the good look at the electric eyes right there. And of course, that is the best way to time this event. But sometimes they can get fouled up. Sometimes dust will make them not work properly. Different things. They can be a little tweaky.
And the barrel pattern is changed again this year at Calgary. We have a more of an angle towards the track. You can see as, I think that's Mary Berger coming in. Typically it was square to the roping boxes, but this time they got it angled. They're trying to get these barrels in some better ground so the horses can have some better footing instead of being on the track where the chuck wagons are running.
Right.
So that's the idea.
Plus, don't they set them up off the entry gate? They try to center them at the gate so if you do run in, you're pretty even whether you go to right or left.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do here, having the angle. This is the first time that we're seeing it. Doesn't matter if you go to the right barrel, the left barrel. The distance is the same. It's a standard set. The eyes are 60 feet off of the barrel back towards the alley.
Well, now let's go to Ivy Conrado. Boy, this girl has been something else this year. She's from Hudson, Colorado. Number 2 in the world standings. She has a good little horse she calls Tibby, I believe, and I think this is what she's riding. Am I correct?
Yeah, C4 Tibby Stinson. It's a horse that they bred. They raised this horse, and her dad is a well-known trainer, Kelly. Futurity this horse, I think, won 7 titles in the futurities on this horse, and she always took the futurity horses and then derbied them. So lots of experience. Her first time coming to Calgary, and fresh base. Positive attitude.
Yeah, she's been fun to watch. She won the Ram National Circuit Finals in Florida. A little slip looked like going into that first barrel, but this horse just picked it up and handled it perfectly.
Yeah, and they had great practice this morning as well. They don't believe in doing any fast work. They work on their structure and calm and let this horse fly when the time counts.
Well, it counted. Good run. Not number 1, but darn sure number 2. 17:66 for Ivy Conrado and Tibby.
So impressive for a rookie here at Calgary, and with everything that's happening on the ground so far, she just ran in there.
We were talking about it earlier with some of the young bronc riders. I mean, you just can't prepare yourself for when you walk or ride into this arena and this grandeur presence of the Stampede. There's nothing like it, is it?
No, and the energy, it obviously has an effect on each rider and the horses.
Well, let's go to Cassidy Cruz, Gillette, Wyoming, number 10 in the world standing. She went to the Wrangler National Finals a year ago, and I believe this is the horse she rode when she was there. This is JJ.
JKR Assured Win is the registered name. 15-year-old gelding, and when I spoke to her this morning, she was just so grateful to be here. She had her first NFR experience last season, and to be at Calgary, it's a dream come true, and appreciate everything that when it comes your way. Great, solid run.
Yeah, solid run. Watch that clock. It could be really fast. Just a little off the pace, but still under 18, 17:90. 17 and 91/100ths for Cassidy Cruz. That puts her in 3rd place now. So she takes a deep breath, lets JJ have a little breath of fresh air, and now let's go to this one. And this is a fun girl to watch. This is Sarah Rose McDonald. She's number 5 in the world standings. Went to her first Wrangler and Far a year ago, but I love watching this horse. This horse she calls Bling. It is just incredible. She hustles this horse like nobody else.
She has to work hard on
She does.
Fame, Fling, and Bling, registered name, 10-year-old mare. Son of Streak and Fling, a grandson of Dash to Fame. But watch her, she comes into these barrels and how far she has to lean forward. And Bling overshot first, working hard to get around second.
Yeah,
tight turn there.
Picks up that
Clean.
3rd barrel. Good 3rd, good 2nd. A little long on her 1st. That may slow her down, but she can pick up some speed going out. 17.97. 17.97 for Sarah Rose McDonald. And you know, you could pick a lot of time away off that 1st barrel that she made.
I feel she rode conservatively with that slip going into the 1st barrel, so now she's got a feel of the ground. I expect that she'll be in the running here the rest of the pool.
Yeah, she's in 4th place. She's in the money so far with 2 girls left, but they're pretty tough. This is one of them. Mary Walker, 2012 world champion. She's won it 1 time. Number 9 in the world standings. She's made 4 trips to the Wrangler NFR, and you talk about a girl loaded with stories. She has it.
Yeah, she's on Perculatin. He's 12 years old. Oh, slip on the backside of first, touches that barrel, but it doesn't go down, stays up, unlike in Pinoca this year. He's so smooth. That's how she talks about when she's riding him. She trusts him so much. He handles, he can stand up on any ground, keep her safe.
Well, let's see if she can get into the money, and she does. You know, a little slip on that 1st barrel and almost a little problem on her 3rd barrel, and still comes in now. It moves her into the top 4, I believe, with a 17.83, 3rd to be exact. So Mary Walker cashes in. 3rd now with 1 left, and it's Kelly Schnauffer, a Pueblo, Colorado racer. Ooh, a little rare right there. And I don't have a lot of stats on Kelly. She came through a qualifying system. What a big opportunity for her.
Yeah, she qualified on the WPRA Tour standings, and this is Jessie, Jess Undeniable. Her mom and her stepdad own this horse. She trained it, but she's got a phenomenal story. She was on a scholarship in college for gymnastics and track and field, phys ed teacher for 28 years, and having a clean run here at Calgary, she might have a chance.
She has a chance. This looks good. Hustles out of the arena and gets money at her first Stampede. 17.77. That should put her in 3rd place now. So congratulations to Kelly. And that's got to help coming into tomorrow now. All the jitters and everything. Now you can just kind of say, you know what? This is just barrel racing that pays a lot of money. Good for her. Kelly has taken some deep breaths, and there's a young woman taking some deep breaths as well. Mary Berger, holy cow, 17.46. Wins the 1st round here at the Stampede. $5,500 for Berger. She's off to a great start.